All right, good day, friends. It's another privilege to be with us today. My name is Deji, and I've been a friend around taking us to report writing. Today, we shall be continuing with our class, and the title of what we want to discuss is the skills that you need for a successful report writing. The skills you need for you to be successful in writing a report, professional report. That is what we'll be discussing today. Okay, straight away, on the left hand side of my body, I have listed some few things with which will guide us into what we're going to be discussing today. And I said in our previous class, I've discussed some of these factors, but for the sake of time, I want us to please visit the videos we have made earlier for us to get a comprehensive knowledge on how to write a successful report. However, today we shall be starting with number one, identification. Your ability to identify. Identification of business technical and ethical issues. And ethical issues. Now, what do we mean? There are two key words here, the word technical and the word ethical. Now, your ability to identify the, the technical part of the business. You see, it's not enough. You see, other laymen will see, other people will see a business as business, say buying and selling. Okay, this person is employed. No, as a professional, you're expected to know more. You're expected to know what led to what. You're expected to know that the sales that they're experiencing now did not just get to this point. What led to the sales having this result? What led to them having a high cost of material? What led to different factors that led to what the core content of the business, the ability of the core content of the business to interrelate and bring out the result they are experiencing now is referred to as what? The technical issue. And as a professional accountant or tax professional or practitioner, you must be able to identify these technical and ethical issues. Now, let me quickly talk about the ethical issues. The ethical issues, for sake of time again, we have done a video, complete video on ethical issues. Please, let's try and get it. Please, it's important we try and get that video. But for the sake of today, of this class, I will say ethical issues are issues that you will not really see them as number one, part of the question requirement that will be given to you. They don't usually push them across to students, but they are always part of the case material. They are always a component. If you look at it critically, it's a component of the requirement you are supposed to answer. Is that clear? Okay, so ethical issues usually come. They don't come like red flags waving to you. They come in most cases in subtle manner. For example, when they say they spent, for example, if a firm said he spent $1,000, $1,000 on advertisement, on adverts in 2019 and made a sales of 1,500 sales. While in 2020, another director came. Let's say this is director A. In 2020, they have another director, which is director B, spent probably the same 1,000 or 1,100 on advert and got 1,900 in sales. Ordinarily, you will say these are figures, but there are personalities, there are human factors that led to this. What had happened? Probably in the case material, they told you that Director A's wife was made the chief financial officer. Something like that should ring a bell on your mind. You should note it somewhere. These are what we refer to the ethical issues in the case materials. So your ability to identify this is very important. It gives you an edge, gives you a complete professional report writing. I hope this is clear. Okay, we are going straight away to the second point. The second point is understanding. The second point is understanding of business situation. Understanding of business situation. Now, what do we mean of business situation? When we say situation, we mean the beginning, which is the startup of the business, the growth of the business, your ability to understand the maturity stage of the business, and the declining stage, if any, the declining stage, or factors that will lead to declining of either the business or the product that we are talking about. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so this is what we mean by understanding of business situation. Now, in the case material that will be given to you, friends, some of these things usually appear subtly. For example, they will tell you that the business started in the year 2007 in Pakistan, for example, and but before, because it wanted to grow, or it was envying a high growth, it has another branch in Nigeria. Or they could say because of the availability of raw material that is needed, they created another branch in Ghana. These are growth times. So you should be able to identify this and the maturity and the decline. And that's what we mean by understanding. You must be able to, for you to have a successful report writing, you must be able to tell us, when do you think is the startup? What led to the growth? What led to when were they in maturity? And what are the factors that are likely to bring down or the declining of either the product or the entity itself? How this is clear. Okay, so that is what we mean by understanding of business situation. Okay, the next one is selection of the right tools. Selection of the right tools. You must be able to tell us when a tool is supposed to be used. You must be able to tell us when the tool is supposed to be used. Okay, for example, you have let me list out some of the tools that we normally use in some of this report writing. I'll still take us into the fourth one, but here we have SWOT analysis. This is one of the tools that we use to analyze the business. This is one of the tools that we use to analyze the business. But in most cases, more often than not, the SWOT analysis is more of qualitative, not quantitative. So you must not make attempt or try to use tools that you're supposed to use for quantitative analysis in a qualitative manner. I hope this is clear to us. That is what we mean by you must be able to use the right tool at the right time. For example, if you want to analyze the financial statement of the organization, there are tools that you can use. If you want to analyze the environmental factors of the organization, there are tools that you can use. If you want to analyze the performance of the business, there are tools that you can use. For example, we have the balance scorecard. Balance scorecard. This is another tool we use for appraisal. I hope this is clear. Okay, and we have another tool as ratio analysis. I'm sure this is familiar with us. Ratio analysis. This is another tool that we use in financial analysis. of the organization. I hope this is clear. Okay, so this your ability to identify the right tool is very key. Your ability to identify the right tool is very key. We'll be taking some of these topics in sequential order. We shall be taking them like so that we will understand them very well. Then we will now relate them together as to how you can use them right in report writing. I hope this is clear to us. Okay, the last but not the least for today's class on the skills you need for a successful report writing. The skills you need for a successful report writing. The last but not the least for today's class is number 4, which we call interrelationship between financial and non-financial factors, or you call them tools. Now, what do we mean? Your report, obviously, your case material obviously will comprise both financial and non-financial. That is the truth. And bear in mind, no organization can grow with only either financial without the non-financial. No organization can grow with only non-financial without the financial. So your ability to now marry the two together to give us a successful report writing is what we are letting you know here. How do you want to identify this? I will open our eyes a little to it by telling us that, see, that is the person, that is that person that is the edge of the business. There is the assistant. There is this person, and probably there is another person here. Okay, like this, another person here. Now, the interrelationship between this and this, to this and to this, these are non-financial in nature. And it shows the integration between the organogram or between the human resource, in that the interrelationship between the human resource is in a way very, very non-financial. But the one that is financial are the ones we are talking about when you are talking about the statement of, say, financial position, which shows the assets of the business. It shows the assets of the business, it shows the liability of the business, it shows the equity of the business. These are the three components that statement of financial position shows. And your ability to now match this, to relate this, that the high working capital, high rate of working capital that is being experienced under the current assets in the financial position was due to the fact that the personnel director probably mismanaged or was not skilled. For example, you see, the ability to now pick a point from here and relate it with Mr. A here, or Mr. B, or Mr. C, is what we are talking about in interrelation between the financial and non-financial factor. I hope this makes sense to us, and I'm very sure this has been a blessing to us. Okay, so we will be stopping at this point now. We shall continue in subsequent classes. Please do well to subscribe so that you will be notified whenever we have more lectures, that more educative lectures like this are on your page. And let's also try to share our pages. Let's try to subscribe. Let's try to like, and tell a friend about it. Tell a friend that will tell a friend that will tell a friend, so that we can have a broader view and more people will benefit. And I appreciate you. This is the end of today's class. My name is Deji, and I will see you in my next class. Thank you.